for workout 1, weights, day 1. You're going to start with an overhead squat. If you can't do it without a bar, just do it body weight. Practice on keeping your arms up and chest up. I don't want to see this. Back shouldn't be excessively arched when you do it. If you are good with just body weight, you can move to a bar. Your hands are going to be a little bit further than the snatch grip, which is way up to the edges of the bar. So just a little bit further than shoulder distance apart. And then you're just going to squat down while keeping your upper body upright and not, obviously if you waver the bar, it's going to go. So just be careful with that one. Don't overload yourselves too much. If you can't do, the bar is typically 45, some are 35. If you can't lift that, then do it with dumbbells. You can have one in each hand and do it that way. So you're going to do those. 2 to 3 minutes between sets. You're going to stretch. Psoas is just, there's a muscle in here, your hip flexors. To stretch your hip flexors out, you can just take this stance, take the open hip arm over, and you should feel stretching here. You might feel it in your lats as well because they connect here too. So stretch hip flexors, or you can stretch your quads. Just a normal stretch is fine. Just getting you guys to do a little bit of stretching that you don't do normally in between sets so you're not wasting time. So once you've done all the sets of those and the stretches, what you're going to move to is the set of 3 exercises, or 2 exercises and a stretch. You don't get a break in between, you just move one to the other, and you don't get a break in between sets either. So it's going to be a front squat. I will turn around so you guys can see. So you're going to hold it here. If you don't have the flexibility to get your wrists back that way, come talk to me and I can help you out with a variation. But you're just going to squat down, make sure that you get to about 90, so I will turn this way and show you what the depth should look like. Here, no arching of the back, keep your chest up, core is engaged the whole time. This counts almost as a core exercise because it really works your core to keep you up. You can do it with dumbbells, you can do it with kettlebells, whatever you want. Don't lift too heavy because what's going to happen is you're going to do this. You don't want that, so only lift as much as you can get to here and get to 90 and get back up. So once you do the front squats, you're going to stretch your chest or quads. So a chest stretch, you can find a doorway or something. You're just going to anchor your hand here. You can do it this way, so you're bent here on the wall, and you just stretch out the chest muscle here. Quads, you guys should know how to stretch. If you don't, come talk to me. Then a horizontal press, so that's a bench press, a dumbbell press, anything that's this motion. So I'm just going to demonstrate a dumbbell chest press. It's the easiest. So if you're a girl and you're going to do this, typically the benches are a little bit too tall, so you're not going to be able to reach the ground. So you can just put your feet up on the bench. If you are anything other than a female, you can keep your feet on the ground. So you want 5 points of contact. Your feet, your butt, your back, your shoulders, your head should all be touching the bench. You shouldn't arch your back to get the weight up. If you're arching your back, it's too much. So you're just going to go straight, up and down. So make sure that you're getting full depth. This is like a half rep. This doesn't count. That doesn't mean you can lift that weight. It means you're cheating. So once you do your sets of those 3, then you're going to move to another set of 4, so 3 exercises in 1 stretch. So we're going to move over here. Okay. So vertical pull is a pull this way. So if you have a cable machine, you can do it this way. So you're going to be at 90 in all directions. You're using this glute to keep yourself stable. You're going to pull straight down. Again, no arching in the back. No pulling down this way, no cheating. Only lift as much as you can do that properly. Another vertical pull you could do is a chin up. Anything pulling down this way. You use your back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, anything that does that, that counts too. After you do that, you are going to you're going to stretch your lats or your hamstrings. So to stretch your lats, you can find a bench, get into the quadruped position, and you're just going to lean into that. So don't arch your back, that's not going to help you stretch your lats. You're going to keep your hips nice and square, butt tucked, and then just lean into it from the shoulder so you should feel it back in here. To stretch your hamstrings, you can grab a band. So, or you can have a partner too, you don't have to use a band. Just get your partner to grab your foot and do what the band does. So to stretch them out, you're going to stretch this way. If you can't get there with a straight leg, what you can do is start here, extend, and come over. So that'll stretch your lateral hamstring. After you do that, you'll move to the Cook hip lift. So to nail this one down, try and use a ball. If not, just keep in mind that you're going to keep the leg that's not pushing on the ground up. So what's going to happen is if you have a ball, put it in here in your hip, and that ball needs to stay there through the whole thing. So you're going to drive up through this leg, and that's going to work this glute. The reason we do this is so that you can't cheat and arch your back to get your butt up. That's a common cheat, it's no good. Next, we're going to do the half kneeling chop. So you're going to get in this position. What you're going to want to do, because you're all cheaters, everybody's a cheater, you're either going to want to do this, because that's going to help you become more stable. You don't have to work as hard. So just make sure that your foot is not, your hip's not rotated at all, so it should be straight. You're in 90-90-90 here. This glute is working on the leg that's down. And you're going to brace the core through the whole thing and lift without moving your hips or torso. So what's going to happen is you're going to want to do this, and that's not working your core. I mean, it is sort of, but not really. What we're trying to do is get you to move without rotating. So it's an anti-rotation core exercise. If you do it right, it's like holding a plank. It sucks. It's not nice. And that's day one for weight.